And yes, that is my face superimposed over Lin-Manuel Miranda's face. So my apologies to him. No longer does he have those happy, sleepy eyes, but yes, that is me. And over the next 5 days, you're going to see my face superimposed into the cast of Hamilton over and over again. So now you see why I wanted to share this with you. Hamilton is a phenomenon. I grew up loving Broadway. I am wearing my Hamilton t-shirt. I have my Hamilton mug right here. And so many people tried to get me into Hamilton when it first came out. And I was like, what's it about? And they're like, well, it's a rap musical about Alexander Hamilton. And I thought, I don't know. That just sort of kind of sounded like bologna and whipped cream. It just did not go together. And so it did not appeal to me. And then everybody was talking about it, and all of my neighbors. And I have had Broadway Across America tickets for half a decade. And that was going to include tickets to Hamilton, but they doubled the price for the season simply because they were bringing in Hamilton. So I dropped it. But my neighbor's kid wanted to buy my tickets, and I could hear him blaring it out on their deck all the time. And that's how I actually first heard the music, was hearing my neighbor play it really probably too loud. But I first began to hear it. Now, a lot of things have been said about this musical. And one of the things that I thought was so good, I heard a writer talking about he and his wife were traveling in the car, and they began to measure distance and how many times they listened to Hamilton during the trip. He, being a writer, was always searching for the perfect words. And he said, if you're a writer, Hamilton will almost make you want to quit because the lyrics are so perfect in their rhymes. And as he said, Miranda didn't leave anything on the table. He just has everything in there. So today I want to talk about the song that's a breakout song from Hamilton. And if you haven't seen Hamilton, it is on Disney Plus now with the original cast. Lin-Manuel Miranda not only wrote Hamilton, he stars as Hamilton, and he's fantastic. He is just so... I would call him vulnerable in the role, I would say. And then you've got Leslie Odom Jr., who plays Aaron Burr. Most of us, all we know about Hamilton, if we even know this, is that he is on the $10 bill and that he died in a duel with Aaron Burr. I remember seeing this image. It was one of those hand-drawn coppery plate-looking things that was in your history book when you were in middle school. And it showed the two of them dueling, and it showed Hamilton falling over backwards and everything. But we really never got into it much more than that. The interesting thing about the play is that you always, like in a speech, you always want a running thread. You want a theme that runs through it. And because he died of a gunshot in a duel, there's references over and over and over to shot. Take a shot. What's your shot? Or you got to make your shot. And the song that's a breakout is called My Shot. It's, I think, the second song or the third one in the movie, or the play. And Hamilton is singing this song to his friends Lafayette, Hercules Mulligan. I can't remember the others who are sitting there. But anyway, the bottom line is he is given one chance in his life, and he's not going to let it go. He's not going to miss out on it. He is going to give it everything he has. Now, the reason I wanted to talk with you about this today is, yes, that is an overarching theme in the play. And I've always had a feeling, I'm just going to talk about myself, but I've always had a feeling like I was on some sort of a mission, like I was here to do something. That's why when the whole complaint-free thing took off underneath my feet, I wasn't totally surprised. I was surprised it was that thing. But I certainly was not all that surprised because I've always felt like I was here to make a big difference in people's lives. So it occurred to me that maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not at all here to make a big difference in people's lives. And don't type anything. Just stay with me. Inside, what if I'm not? What if I'm not here to do to make it? In other words, what if there is no divine purpose other than my belief that I have a divine purpose? And to me, that's what the song My Shot is all about. I often think about not so much whether things are true or false, because true and false really can be a perspective of where you stand. But are they helpful? Do they affirm life? I see that Rosie made a note here that we all are here. We all have a purpose. And again, that's a belief. And I support it. And in fact, I agree with it, Rosie. And yet, let's go back to the idea of what a belief is. We've done several JumpStarts talking about this. A belief is something that you've simply decided to be true. So Rosie has decided that people all have a purpose. I have decided that people all have a purpose. But the truth of it is, the people who have decided that they don't have a purpose or that others don't have a purpose, they're nowhere near living at the level that they could, or happy at the level, because they're not experiencing fulfillment. In other words, it's just a belief. So my question for you today is, do you believe that you have a divine purpose? And you know what? You get to decide whether you do or you do not. And if you decide you have a divine purpose, then are you moving in the direction of that? And your divine purpose does not need to be starting a movement of 13 million people like I did around the world, okay? Your divine purpose can be the best cookie recipe or whatever it is. My friend Catherine Thomas, who owns Grey Ghost Bakery down in Charleston, she started out in her kitchen a few years ago making up batches of cookies, and now she has this giant facility making cookies that are being sold in all Whole Foods, all Nordstrom. They're all over the country. American Airlines, I think, is handing them out now on some of their routes. And all of that started because Catherine actually inherited these recipes from her aunt when her aunt died, and she wanted to take them to people. She wanted to sell them to people. She wanted to make the delicious flavor available to people. That's her primary purpose. Your primary purpose can't be to make money. Your primary purpose can't be to make money. Setting aside Bill Cosby's crimes, he did say something when I went to hear him speak one time, which I think there was some truth in it. And that is that he stood up and he said, there's no such thing as enough money. This was a wealth seminar. And he said, there's no such thing as enough money. Now, in that moment, I pulled out my cell phone and I checked his wealth. And it said he was worth $500 million as an individual. And he said, there's no such thing as enough money. And he's right. It pours through a sieve. Your shot, your purpose, your thing is always about serving other people. Right now, my shot is about getting up every morning and doing this with you all and having the impact that I'm having. And I know that I'm having the impact because of the comments you all leave. And I'm so grateful for that. So what is your shot? Don't give away your shot. And the other thing is, and tomorrow we're going to talk about another line from Hamilton, and this is actually a song that Leslie Odom Jr. sings in his song, I can't think of the name of, Wait For It is the name of the song. Wait For It. I was demonstrating it. Anyway, in there he talks about, I am not behind or running late. So often we think that, well, yes, I had a shot, but it's too late. No, it's not. If you are sitting here and you are hearing me, you are hearing this message right now, then there is what is called divine timing. You are not running behind. It is not too late. You're using that as an excuse to not take action, just as you've used other excuses in the past. So today, what is your shot? Do you believe you don't have one? Okay, that's fine. Then that means you're not going to be experiencing the fulfillment of success. Because as Earl Nightingale said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Progressive realization. There's no there. You're always in the process of succeeding. And if you feel like you have a divine purpose, or if you feel like you have a shot, and you're moving in that direction, you're successful the moment you begin to move in that direction. If you don't, then no matter how much money or whatever you get, you'll never be successful because you'll feel it inside. And that's where it all takes place. Life happens first inside, and then it goes outside. All right, everybody, we're going to do our complaint-free meditation live starting in 9 minutes. If you'd like to be part of our meditation group where we meditate live, or you can meditate on demand at any time, check out complaintfreemeditation.com. That's complaintfreemeditation.com. Oh, I always like to show you what our meditation close-up is going to be today. I love this. This is like birth of the universe stuff. You're going to notice this, the music is going to change here. Isn't that beautiful? Relaxing? Yeah, so that's how we're going to be meditating. Giving everybody a chance to check in down there. Oh, wonderful. Someone put Liz, thank you for putting the meditation. I always forget to do that. That way, if you want to check it out, you get 30 days free, and if you remember the Complaint-Free Life program, you get it for half price. So basically, you get them both for the same price. I don't want to go into the pricing right now. Those of you who are members appreciate it and know that it's more than worth its value. So check us out, Complaint-Free Meditation. Michelle says, love the message. Thank you so much. I love all of you all for being here with me. Oh, one more quick thing. So many of you have posted. I need to just... Okay, there's Rosie. Welcome, Rosie. And Will says, yes, there is a reason for everything on earth, no matter if we understand it, why or not. That is a belief that you have, Will, and I agree with that belief. Jeanette Cordoza says, hola, hello. Will says, I agree, it's not all about the money. I heard that. Grateful for you. Thanks, Ingeborg. Me too. Grateful for you. My shot for now is healing a wonky DX, researching natural remedies. Then maybe a book to help. All right, best of luck. We are sending you healing prayers. See those of you who are meditating with us in 7 minutes in the Complaint-Free Meditation group. See everybody else on Monday. If you have not signed up, go to willbowen.com and go to the blog page, or heck, right after you get there, you're going to see a little sign up, and we'll send you an email so that you get a weekly recap of all of this week's JumpStarts on Saturday morning in your email. And we also remind you on a daily basis of the previous day or that day's JumpStart. Great experience, great friend. Cynthia's talking about and there's Miyoki, another part of our Complaint-Free Meditation group. All right, guys, I always hate to leave the party, but I got to go. Bless you. See you on Monday. Make it a great and safe weekend. Put on a mask, stay socially distant, and wash your hands. Take care. Bye-bye.